Hello, and how are you doing? Once again, welcome to my travels channel. I know it's been a while I made videos around travels, and that's because I've been very quite busy. I've been doing lots of other videos, and also I do I've been traveling also, but most times the event surrounding the travel is always quite busy. The itinerary is so tight, and then when I travel with my family, it's somehow difficult to make videos. But one thing that struck my mind when I wanted to just put some sound to this video is the fact that once I cross the border in Nigeria, I might not even remember I'm traveling, because of course I've told you guys I book a private ride from Nigeria, right from my house in Nigeria to the border. And before I get to the border, we've already called another driver waiting for us inside the ECOWAS border that will pick me straight to my house in Cotonou. So if you are looking um, to have a tour in Cotonou, visit just tourist attraction, enjoy yourself. Yeah, I'm very open to sharing this driver's contact with you to make your journey very seamless. So back to the point I was trying to make, it's always when I cross the border and then I'm entering Cotonou, I usually remember I'm traveling, because that is when the mentality dawns on me that, oh, you're actually traveling, you just left Nigeria, because Nigeria is always hectic, the traffic. So most times I'm always discussing with the driver, focusing on the traffic, how Nigeria can be better. And once you get into Cotonou, you see there's no traffic, there are no police harassment. You just see business as usual. There is light and there is peace and tranquility in the city. That's when it dawns on me like, you're traveling, you're supposed to make a video. So um I'm actually coming from Nigeria in this video, and I just got to Cotonou. I've left the same part of Cotonou. So if you've been to Cotonou before, you would know this place they called Bienvenue Cotonou. It simply means welcome to Cotonou. So here at this point, you are getting to the heart of Cotonou. Um, the major means of transportation is bikes, motorcycles, which they call here kekeno. It's called kekeno. And then their popular Uber is called Gozem. Yeah, it's called Gozem. So you can even book these motorcycles on Gozem. Um, and then you see you sometimes find tricycles, but they are seldomly used. You hardly find them, but you can also book them also on Gozem. They are very safe. They have a speed limit of 60 kilometer per hour, because they have policemen along some parts of the roads, major roads that have cameras that are tracking this speed limit. And another spectacular thing about Cotonou is the fact that their roundabouts are really, really wide. They are really, really roundabout. Yeah, I believe because you've not started experiencing traffic, because with time in the future, yes, I am sure as the population grow, because they are around 18 million in the entire country, as the population grow, they would beat down those very big roundabouts. Lands are pretty expensive in Cotonou, pretty expensive. I think it's a major source of business, internally generated revenue for them. Um, in areas like this, you wouldn't get land less than 30 to 40 million sefa, and 30 to 40 million sefa per plot in naira is well over 90 million to 100 million naira. So, and then they love their own made stuff, locally made. In fact, they prioritize made in Benin more than anything. If you sell drinks made in Benin, you are patronized more than Coca-Cola and whatever, Sprite and Pepsi. You wouldn't even see those things raining here. You see many of them wearing putting on native clothes, native attires. You hardly see people dressed in suits here. You hardly see people dressed in English wear. They like putting on their tradition. So Ankara sells a lot here, and it's expensive. As a matter of fact, I remember when I first came in my workplace, we were doing gift sharing exchange, and you know what I got? I went to buy an expensive watch. Guess what I got? An Ankara. And I was shocked. And I was like, why would I be giving an Ankara? Is this because this person um, does not value me or what? It took me time to understand. I know I kept that Ankara, and I just kept it. And it was when I got to understand that Ankara in this place, people, bankers wear it to work on a Monday. People wear native to work. These are pure Nigerians. I mean, these are pure Africans. They really imbibe the culture of Africa. And in fact, when I understood this, I quickly went to take the Ankara and I sewed it, and I wore it to work proudly. Now, by the right hand side, you see the very big mall. It's called Erevan, and this is Akpakpa. So, this is one area in Benin where lots of Nigerians stay. In fact, if you look very closely, you might see some Nigerian plate numbers. You can actually drive your car from Nigeria into Cotonou, and there'll be no harassment as long as you have your laissez-passer that you renew regularly. So these people love their culture in even their food. You see, their hamburger here is their locally made imported bread from Togo. They also export their bread to Togo. I learned that both countries, Benin Republic produce bread, but they love that of Togo. Why Togolese produce bread and they love that of Benin? So they exchange. So every day, the products they exchange between both countries is bread. So, and this bread in Benin is very long and flat. They split it open at the middle and they stuff it with different kind of stuffs, maybe beans, spaghetti, egg, um, what do you call hot dog, pear. Sometimes they put fruit, pear, cooked egg or fried egg, and even wealthy people, even high-ranking officers in the offices, they eat this thing with pride. With pride. In churches, you see ministers eating this with pride, workers eating this with pride. They cherish it so much. I talked about the roundabout. It's always very big and not like there's anything attractive about it. Some areas they are trying to beautify it and reconstruct it, and then this is their refinery. Yes, I mean where they make their drinks, their local drinks. It's called Benin Noir. That's what they call the drink, Benin Noir. In fact, all the events they do here, if there is no Benin Noir, there will be no other drink. So it is almost 60 to 70% Benin Noir drinks, the Benin Noir drink. Then you now have other flavors mixed to it. They have so many brands locally made, and that's what they patronize a lot. That is why the economy is very, very stable because they do more of exportation. Apart from that, they do less of importation because they cherish their locally made materials or produce, and they export cotton, and others. This traffic lights, everybody is obeying it, both the bike men and everybody waits when it's there. You don't even need a policeman to be here. Everybody obeys it directly. And you see these bike men they call kekeno. You see them putting on yellow. It means those are commercial. Those that don't put on yellow are not commercial. And another unique thing about Benin, or something that happened recently, not too long ago, some months back, is that it was compulsory for everybody to start putting on helmet. You know, it only took them less than 2 to 3 days to enforce this. And it has become second nature. Just they gave a timeline, this has to start so so day. And immediately that timeline came, maybe a handful of persons um, did not obey it. They were forced to buy helmets and their bikes were seized. I'm telling you, within 2 3 days, you would never see anybody flaunt that road. I'm telling you, even kids are expected to put on a helmet. So here in Benin, you have helmets for kids, for adults. And so if you have lots of kids and you don't want to buy 5 helmets, 4 helmets in your home, then you just have to take like the Uber, which I called Gozem. So this area is still Akwakwa. We are moving away from Akwakwa now into the main town, which will be around Ganhin. So around Ganhin, you have a place also called Stemes. These are major technological hubs. In Ganhin, you have their computer village. Their own computer village, very, very small when you compare to Nigerian computer village. And of course, we are the biggest computer hub in West Africa, or if not Africa. So um, I told you about the traffic in this area is very very less, and the farthest distance people live between town and the workplace, the major workplace area, is less than 30, it's maximum of 30 minutes. So there is nobody in anybody's office, regardless of where you work in Benin, that will tell you he's journeying beyond 30 minutes. So people invariably do not have reasons to come late to work. People do not find it difficult to go back home if they need to pick something, because there's also no traffic. So this area is called Ganhe. You have lots of tech businesses around this place, data centers, you have shops, you have the computer village, and of course, .bj is the abbreviation for Benin Republic. Just the way you have .ng for Nigeria, .bj as you saw there. Of course, French is the major language here, but they do well to speak English. And you see the paintings on the wall by the left hand side. There's another video I'll be making very soon to show how they are building more walls and doing lots of more paintings. um with what they are doing, I'm very sure they're going to have the longest wall painting in the whole of Africa. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You see lots of foreigners come to paint these places, and they are well secured. You don't see people go there to mess the place up. The paintings are lovely, paintings are bright, and people don't sabotage this place. So it's so amazing. See how free the road is. This is how it is all year round. So you have no reason to say I will be at home in the next 5 minutes and you are not at home, except you have other things to branch and do, but you cannot put it on, blame it on traffic. Their architectural designs are also beautiful, wonderful. There's a UBA here. Yeah, you can see UBA here. So um, it's an extension of UBA where you can do transactions with the bank here if you have an account with UBA and you cherish UBA a lot. So it's a lovely place. These are not the tourist areas, really. These areas will lead you to the major beaches or beach. There are lot of beaches in Benin. You can go have fun. As a matter of fact, the beaches are free upon entry, but there are restaurants around the beach. So if you want to sit down and eat, that's when you go to those restaurants and pay for food and eat. But it's so open. You just go into the restaurant, into the beach. You can lie down without paying any dime. You can spend as long, many hours as you want to spend. When you are done, you go. But if you want to eat, that's when you only charge to pay. So lots of people come here to catch fun and see the place and then just go back. Okay, so with all that being said, there are lots of Nigerians living here. As you would already know by now, the currency between Sefa and Naira, Nigeria and Benin is it's two to one, two to no 1 to 2.5. That's 1,000 Sefa as of today, July 2024, is to 2,500 Naira. So if you have 1,000 Sefa, you exchange it for 2,500 Naira. That's mind blowing. Judging from the fact that a few years ago, 1,000 naira would give you 3,000 sefa. Now the reverse is the case. You can imagine what has gone wrong. This is like their hub. If you are very used to Lagos, this is like their Yaba. This is their Yaba. Lots of logistics companies around this place, transportation companies around this place. So you can travel to any region. You can travel to Ghana from here. You can travel to other states, interstates within Benin. So this is like their Yaba. Um, So I was talking about the currency. It has gone from good to bad and to worse between Nigeria and Benin. However, you have lots of Nigerians staying here. I have lots of Nigerians staying here that are doing different kind of trades. I've done a video on the kind of businesses you can easily start up in Benin and survive on. You can watch that video on my channel. And I think this is a good time to ask if you've not subscribed. The subscribe button is just down there and it's free to click. It's not harmful, so that You can be part of this community. And if you haven't turned on the notification bell as a subscriber, you might be missing out on videos that I've been making. Um, so please turn on the notification bell so that you'll be prompted once I release videos like this. So far, I'm sure you've seen how the city looks like, especially the transportation system. That's the police. They've never harassed me all the while I'm here, and they're always on duty. Very, very neat and very coordinated, very professional. They do their job without expecting any kind of citizens appreciating them or whatnot. So I was talking about the fact that a lot of Nigerians live here and they make good money here, and so when they go back to Nigeria, makes them um, way better than the average Nigerian living in Nigeria. Also, some persons shipping things, but I know that the border is closed now. I'm not sure. Maybe you can verify that in the comment section and tell me. But people that are able to get goods officially into the country make a fortune because, for instance, if you buy Indomie in Nigeria for, I don't know what it is, but let me say 300 naira, and you come here and you sell it for 300 sefa at the barest minimum. 300 sefa, when you take it back to naira, will be giving you about 750 naira. So imagine you sell just 1,000 of those Indomie here, you are making good money in Nigeria. So if you are looking to reside in Benin, so it's a West African country, so your ECOWAS passport should grant you access into this place, even residency as it were. Just make sure that you obey the laws because here they don't joke with their laws. If you are required to get whatever you need to get, just make sure you comply. Um, you would do well here. You would enjoy yourself. Um, you really don't need to worry about theft. You really don't need to worry about banditry. However, in the up north, I heard that Boko Haram is already encroaching into their country gradually. I learned their president sent some soldiers over there. Sometimes they lose one, two, three soldiers, and it's a big deal for them here that they are losing one, two, three soldiers, not knowing that in Nigeria it's a full-fledged war over there. We've been fighting for years. But that's far, far not here. In fact, people that stay in this region don't even know anything happening there. It's just sometimes when we say this place is so peaceful and there's no problem, the indigenous try to point out one or two things like that and say Boko Haram killed two soldiers last month, and then you say in a whole month only two soldiers, and that's it. So you see some architectural designs here, so beautiful. This is a factory where electrical vehicle. This factory by your right is a factory where electrical bikes will be made and sold. So in fact, there are lots of electrical bikes in this place. I already made a video on that. If you've not watched it, it's another opportunity to search the channel and see it for yourself. And I read that electrical vehicles are coming to Nigeria very soon. So, but you already have them here, bikes to be very precise, and they are very, very economically friendly, eco-friendly, no sound, no noise, no exhaust burning. And this area is Kajeon. Kajeon. Yeah. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like, a comment, and remember to share with your friends and turn on the notification bell. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.